guys. Welcome to the show. How's everybody doing today? This is Terry with and
Hey.
Irene.
Hello.
Hey, we are tonight, man. We're in Topeka, Kansas.
What's up?
How you guys doing, man? I have not been to Kansas since my son went to school in Wichita.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a chance to do some investigations while I was up there too. Pretty interesting. Look, oh God, dude, I just had a brought back just memories of that toll road that nearly that turnpike you guys up there, man. You got that
Mm,
turnpike, and
mm.
dude, how do y'all have
Oh,
around a
yeah.
turnpike? You got a turnpike around a city. You got to pay to get into the city, and you got to pay to get out of the city. What the hell is going
Yep.
on up there?
Well, now they've changed it to where it's all like automated. And so you don't even have to stop to pay the toll. Now, like they take a picture of your license plate and they send you the bill for it in the mail.
Oh well, hell, I'll just take up my license plates before I even get to the toll road. Before I get there, I'll be good
Yeah,
to
where
go.
we're at, there's two different sides of the turnpike, right where we're at in Topeka. So there's one kind of on the left side and one kind of on the right side of the city.
That is wild, dude. I never even thought that when I went up there, man. First of all, there's a lot of windmills up there. Oh my God, dude, there's more windmills than people.
Yes.
Oh, there's trouble, Irene. There's trouble.
Oh,
What?
that's Maxine. That's one of them. Ma'am. You know, I'm pretty sure every time we go live or do a podcast, at least one of the animals decides to, be the star of the show.
Well, ain't nothing wrong. Hey, I love cats. It's just there's another one.
Yeah, that's Callie. We have what, 6 cats? Six cats, 3 dogs, a bearded dragon, and 2 leopard geckos.
Oh, wow. That sounds. Hey, you got a little farm going on there.
It's a party every day.
And then, I have a 9-year-old grandson, so
You got a 9 what?
I have a 9-year-old grandson.
Dude, you look 23. How in the hell you got a 9-year-old grandson?
You are too kind, too kind.
I'm thrown off on that one. Hey, I am thrown because hey, you look like you're about mid-20s, maybe.
No, 45, my dear.
Oh my God, what's in the water up there?
I think we're all in the 40s.
No, you just had a birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yep,
happy birthday.
Angela just had a birthday.
I did.
Well, hey, happy 30th. All right. Wow. Hey, man.
Yeah, we somehow, and I don't even know how this happened, but with our team, and leave it to me to not even realize things. I didn't even realize that all 3 of us, our names start with A.
Interesting. Oh, wow. Do you think that is a little unusual?
I think it is. I mean, kind of for it to not be planned or,
All right, guys. Hey, I'm curious to see what's going on up in Topeka. Hey, you need to wake up. You should have got some sleep.
I did.
No,
I just
you
got
look.
home last night.
No.
I'm
Nope.
exhausted, okay?
Oh,
Irene, you need some caffeine? I got you.
No, I don't need caffeine. I just have ionized water. It doesn't have any caffeine, but it has the same stuff as you get from the doctor from IVs. It's better than that. And I got my tropical soda here, so I'm good.
no,
And
you're
I already
not.
had
You're
my
gonna sleep.
coffee.
Boy, you're
I'm
gonna be
just
snoring. I can just hear you, boy. You're gonna be snoring later, aren't you? Yeah, you look like a
I mean,
samoan.
it was exhausting, right? I went to the ocean, well, near the ocean. We went to the mountains. Yeah, it's hot. And I went here.
Okay, well, DJ, you give me a reason to pick on you. Yeah, this is at your vulnerable state right here when you have sleep. I can pick on you while you're there.
I'll pick on you later on.
All right, guys. Hey, welcome everybody to the show. All you guys on so many different platforms we're on tonight. Are you guys on Kick, Rumble, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and so many different platforms, man? Welcome to the show. Please, if you guys got any questions for this organization, please leave it in the comments and I will
Mhm.
get them out. But with that being said, I would like to welcome Twisted Memories Paranormal to our show. And hey guys, how you doing? What's going on? And
Hey,
hey,
aw,
yeah, let's
Nana.
get this party started, man. Hey, I hope you guys see. I've been going through this a lot. Irene, I've been going through this a lot. When every time I book somebody to come on the show, they always want to ask me, "What are you gonna ask me?" I'm like, "What the hell? What fun is that? If I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna ask you, there's
That
no
takes
fun
away
in
the element
that.
of surprise.
I like to
Nah,
see
I
that
already know
look.
what you're gonna ask anyways, so it's okay. You don't have to worry about that one.
Yeah, I like to see that look like that young lady sits in the middle. She's like, "Huh?"
But I already know what you're gonna ask, so you don't have to say anything.
Well, you know
I
what?
just,
I got all new questions, so you can hang up.
I already know
Nope,
what's in your head, anyways.
nope. Well, it's like a
You
salt
know
shaker.
that. You can't
No,
deflect from that one.
no, no. Nobody. I would never let anybody get in my head.
But it's too late.
Nah, ain't
Too
never too
late.
late. You know what?
Yeah.
I can be like the aliens and put the aluminum foil on my head so you won't get in there.
That doesn't matter. I don't need that. I already know what's in your head already.
What the heck?
Oh shit. Here we
Hey,
go.
I'll put it on in a heartbeat. Okay,
Yeah, you
guys.
would.
Hey, huh? You know what? I said
Yep.
this is going to be an interesting show, but you need to be
Well, the
nice.
clairvoyant wins all the time.
No, you don't, dude.
Yes, I
Oh,
do.
let's talk about before we get started with the ladies. Let's talk about last week's investigation, guys. We're in Stephenville, Texas, and we were at Stephenville Historical Museum,
Hmm.
and we've actually caught some. That place is amazing, man. If you guys can get down here to investigate that place, I mean, I will recommend it because it's a lot. You get to investigate a school, a
Hmm.
church, a museum, some cabins, all for the great price of $25, and you can do that from 6 p.m. to 2 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Heck
there's a
yeah.
lot, and that's not a bad price. And normally, I don't like to pay to play because there's a lot in Texas that I've yet to discover that I want to discover. So, pay to play is one of those things I really don't like to do. But for the simple fact that is, I know where the money is going, so I kind of, if I see where the money is going, then I might say okay. You know what I'm saying?
But
If
that
I
place is
don't know where
cool.
the money is going, then I'm not gonna say okay. You know what I'm
That
saying?
place
Like
is cool.
it's pretty
I
cool.
remember that. Remember the old man who started talking to us? That was funny. That was fun too.
It was cool, dude. I really enjoyed it. But with that being said, I'm gonna turn over to. Hey, come back here.
She's She's got to go let one of the dogs up here because he's having a meltdown.
Well, I'm going to turn it over to...
He's a total mama's boy, and he doesn't like being away from me.
I feel you. I'm going to turn it over to you guys. And Twisted Memories Paranormal, introduce yourselves one by one and tell me a little bit about yourself and what you got going on.
Well, I'm Angie.
I'm Angela.
And the other one that walked away, that's Ash. So we officially became a team the end of May? Yeah, the end of May. And so, but the three of us became friends last year through the team that we actually started out on. We were part of another team, and we didn't leave with any, there's no bad blood or anything. We were just wanting to kind of do our own thing, become big kids. And so we've got quite a bit of stuff coming up.
Okay, cool.
So we've got, we're going to the Haunted Aurora Brothel on August 22nd. We are going back to the 1858 Garnet House Hotel, August 29th. As of right now, September is pretty clear. We may be doing something local. Maybe not. We're not for sure. October, you're doing, well, we all are. We're going to be helping out at one of the historical cemeteries. And then also Ash and I will be going back to the Haunted Aurora Brothel. We're doing a collab with MT Paranormal, Show Me Something Spooky. And I believe there's another team that's going to be there with us. And then I think that's it. Nope. Wow, how did I forget about that one? November. So November, we are doing 3 nights at the 1858 Garnet House Hotel. It's going to be a collab with our team, MT Paranormal, and Explorers of the Afterlife. And then after that, we do not have anything scheduled until May 1st. Which on that day we are going to go to Malvern Manor, and that's going to be a collab with us and Offbeat Paranormal.
Okay. Now, see, Offbeat they're trying to start some drama, and I'm going to put up what they said, and it is such a negative. No, she's not. I'm in charge.
I am in charge.
And what?
I win, you lose.
You see, I'm going to tell your husband on you. Yes. All right. So, Explorers sounds like
Explorers, hi.
Hey, guys.
All right, guys. So, I hope you guys got your thinking caps on, man, because I'm pretty sure you guys have been checking out my podcast and you kind of have an idea on what I'm about. So, with that being said, who can I pick on first?
Remember, Carrie, what comes around goes around.
Hey. I don't know. I feel like picking on somebody. Who's the most
on you
quiet
then.
one there that I can pick? You know what? The lady with the glasses.
Be careful.
Yes.
It's okay. I got your back.
How you doing, Dave?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. You know what, man? Paranormal investigating. I can't help myself but think, why do people want to get involved in something like this? It seems like the majority of the world is against us for what we do, for what we do and why we do it. People don't understand why we do this. Why do we dabble into things that we don't know anything about? And if that is the case, what would you tell those people if somebody was to ask you that question?
Oh, we get asked that all the time. I just tell people because I think it's interesting. I mean, I've had weird experiences my whole life, and so it's like, why not check it out? I mean, it's just fun. I mean, I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody, and if you don't believe that there's something else, that's fine. But I think it's interesting, and there's a lot of history to these places, and I love history, so that's also really cool. I think to check out just to see some of these old places before they're gone, and to find out about the history also. But
You know, I'm gonna stay with you for a moment because you just said something very interesting. You just said that you're not trying to prove anything to anybody.
yeah,
Uh, but
I agree with her.
but shouldn't we be trying to do the opposite?
No.
Shouldn't
I
we
don't.
want to prove? Should we want to prove things to people?
Mm-mm.
I think that you can try to prove things to people. I mean, I had experiences that I can't explain. My husband is a total skeptic, but he's been with me on a couple of things where he's like, I don't know what that is, but I can't explain it. But does he believe it's a ghost or something from, somebody who's passed? Not necessarily. Um, I'm not trying to prove to anybody. If they want to believe, they'll believe. If they don't want to believe, they won't believe. I just think it's really interesting. It's fun. Yeah.
Interesting, because as a I think as a community, as a paranormal community, I think that we have a lot to prove. I think
Mm-mm.
that if the more that we prove, the more that I think we would be more accepted. Because if we
Yeah.
don't try to, if we have that mindset that, oh, I don't care if we, the other way around, then I think it's going to hurt us, in the long run. So we want to be able to prove as much as we can. We want to be able to educate as much as we can. Would you agree or disagree on that?
Well, I agree, but I also think that because of the times that we live in with AI and there's just so many ways to manipulate things, I think it's really hard to convince people if they're not with you.
Okay.
So that makes it challenging. So I guess it's not that I don't care if you believe me or not, but I mean, I do and I don't. I mean, I get what you're saying. Oh, sorry. About trying to prove. I mean, it is nice to get evidence, to get something that you can show somebody, but um, people are so skeptical and stubborn,
Hmm.
and so if they don't believe, they don't believe.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue feeding off of you. You mentioned AI. How do we solve that AI problem?
Oh God, I don't even know. I'm an artist also, and as an artist, I really have a problem with AI. I don't like it. But I also know that there's some things that we need AI for. I mean, let's be realistic. We use it every day without even realizing it. So
Mhm.
I don't know how to solve that. I mean, somebody
Okay. Does
smarter
any
that has to do with knows more about technology than me would have to figure that out.
does anybody on the panel know how to solve the AI problem? How do we get AI out of our investigations? Because I do know that there's a lot of, oh, that's AI generated. How do we solve that problem, guys?
But I don't think, and I hate even being at the age where I can say this. So it, we are, times are changing, everything's evolving. Thinking about, so full time, I work with special education students, and so schools have gone from, pencil and paper to where they're using tablets and, you know, with just technology changing, I don't think that AI stuff is ever going to go anywhere except for up. I think it's a matter of us being able to differentiate between what's real and what's not, and so you really have to look at those photos and go, and if I even, there's been times when I'm looking at some photos and I question whether one of those is AI created. I'll just move on to the next post or the next photo because I don't want anything to do with that. I know that as a team, we pride ourselves specifically on truthful, and ethical investigations. And so we don't use AI. I use it with our social media platforms, to make the cool little, the signs and the pictures and stuff. But we are a team that would never do anything with AI, like with evidence saying, oh, look at this. This is a spirit at this location. No. First of all, I don't know how to do that.
I don't think any of us know how to do that, to be honest.
I don't know how to do that. But not only that, it goes against everything that we believe in, you know, as far as a team being ethical and truthful. And so if we can question it and debunk it, it'll be questioned, debunked, and thrown out.
It's AI.
So I think it's just a matter of we just need to get comfortable with technology changing.
You use it as you please and as you will. It's only a tool. It's not there to do anything else. It's the people who use the tool for something serious. But we all know that we don't, and it's just something that we create things to make our posts or whatever, and to make our videos. But we don't use it to create spirits or anything like that, because we know where we're supposed to use it for and how we use it. It's not for it's not for everybody, but it's here to stay. And
I mean, it's here to stay. I give you that. It's not going anywhere.
No,
but we're gonna have to countermeasures. We're gonna have to countermeasure. We're gonna have to tweak the way we do things. And like I always tell people, if you're such afraid of AI, the only way that I can see it, which I've done, that's what I'm doing now. I stream live through my whole investigation.
Yep.
I don't use my cameras anymore. Because if we're such afraid of AI and we're such afraid of people, and you post your video, next thing you know, oh, that's AI, just like you're saying. But if you stream live, they cannot say that.
Yeah, and see, when we're at an investigation, we do a lot of live streaming, a lot of it. Between our TikTok page and our Facebook page, we do a lot of live streams during our investigations, not just, like you, to kind of make sure that people don't have any reason to question, but also so that it gives our followers, a chance to be there with us, so to speak.
Yeah.
And to me, sometimes, guys, we have to go back to where this all began. Throw away that 4K camera. Sometimes we got to go back to the beginning of all this, because we know everything's gonna take a step up, but sometimes you gotta take a step back.
Yeah,
and that's the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? If we're afraid of people scrutinizing our evidence, sometimes you just got to take a step back. But it's okay. I mean, I don't want nobody to think that scrutinizing is a bad thing. To me, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I like a little skepticism, in my, okay. Hey, I value your opinion. Next.
Yeah.
Next, I'll value your opinion, just like that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't recommend changing anything that you guys would do because of AI.
Oh, well, thank you.
No,
The haters will be out there. They'll be there all the time, and we just know better ourselves, so we don't have to worry about what they think. Because actually, I don't give a rat's ass what they think. I do what I do, and I like what I do. And if you don't like it, that's too bad. Go find another platform.
But the one thing that scares me the most is the one thing that I want to do the most, and it scares me. It's when, and I tell everybody that come on the show, is when the scientific community come knocking at your door. When they come knocking at your door, y'all all right there?
He'll be fine.
Go get them, Tiger. They're acting up again.
Let that baby come over here.
Come
over here,
when
come here. Come here. Oh my gosh.
No.
Jack. Oh,
now we're buddies.
Wow.
see, now we got a third member. Hey, that guy.
My spot.
He took Ash's seat. So this is the first time that Jack has gone over to Angela and wanted any type of attention or affection from her.
But it's cool.
I'm just gonna hang out there.
But don't change what you're doing, man, just because AI is in the picture. Just keep being humble.
Yeah.
Just keep being humble. Now, if
I agree with you 100%. We know what we do.
Yeah.
We know that it's real. They don't.
if the scientific community come knocking at your door, treat them the same way.
Yep.
Just show your evidence with them and just see what they think. Because she mentioned, and actually, to be honest with you, there's a lot. I mean, I would like to prove a lot with them.
Yeah.
Those guys are the ones that we actually try to prove something to. Just those guys that are sitting at the table.
So I think for me, obviously I can't speak for the rest of the team on this part, but I think for me, it's not about trying to necessarily prove anything, to somebody else. It's about me trying to get them to understand that, she's right there. Jack took her spot. It's about me trying to get, people who are skeptical or even on the fence to just understand that Jules, she said, to get them to understand that there's even a possibility of there being something else, and also it's about, kind of educating newer investigators, because we're not going to be doing this, we're not going to be here forever, in the physical sense anyways.
Right.
And so, and so,
that's funny.
Making sure that people, who have an interest in this, they are given the correct training instead of AI training.
You want to prove that there is existence after death, and that we don't just melt away, we don't disappear, but we exist in a different form, and we're always here, whether we have a body or not. So not to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, now you just mentioned something that you just mentioned the right training. That seems like an uphill battle to me.
Yeah.
I mean, because we are fighting the same thing that we were just talking about earlier. We're fighting social media when it comes to that point.
Mm-hmm.
you know, if we really want the young ones to do this right,
Mm-hmm.
how do we fight social media? How do we fight YouTube? Because these guys are on YouTube more than anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, they're actually seeing more than what we're actually trying to teach them. So how do we win against that?
I don't think it's a matter of winning. I don't think it's a matter of battling them. I think it's one of those that you kind of have to look at the different way that, you know, different teams or different people do things, and you just go, you know what, we can just agree to disagree on this. You know, we can agree that we have different ways, and it doesn't mean that your way is right or my way is right. It just means that we have different ways of doing it, and, you know, make sure that we are explaining to the newer investigators and the younger generation, you know, that there are, you know, AI created things that you're going to see, you know, kind of teach them how to spot those to the best of our abilities.
Plus, we don't want to be the next
discernment
TV
again.
program. There's the next TV program out there. We don't want to be like them. We're us and they are they, and they can do whatever they want, and we can do whatever we want. But don't mix us with them.
Yep.
Well, plus I think people, you know, tend to gravitate toward, you know, either certain teams or certain content based on, you know, how they want to investigate, if that's what they're into. They're going to gravitate to what they feel comfortable with. And, you know, the more people that kind of gravitate toward, you know, either whether it's our team or someone else's team, you know, based off of what we do, you know, that's how we can teach them and give them tools and, you know, give them knowledge based off of what we do and what we know.
Okay. So, quick question, guys. Let's say I don't know anything about paranormal investigating. I want you guys to teach me.
Okay.
What is the first thing that you would tell me that would make sense for me to want to even be a paranormal investigator?
Respect.
Yeah, I mean, respect is a huge thing. Not just respect for your team, other teams, but the biggest one is the location. Make sure you are being respectful of that location. Let's not go into some of these houses or places built in the 1800s and jump up and down on the floors and break them.
Well, I also feel like if you are operating from the understanding that you might be dealing with a spirit, so this was a person, like you said, we're always around whether we have a body or not. Like, going in, and I am not a fan of yelling at spirits and ghosts and trying to provoke them. Asking questions and being respectful. Yes. I mean, don't go. To me, the way I operate is I don't go into a place yelling at a spirit. If you assume that this was a person at one point, do you go around yelling at people randomly when you come into their house or where they live? So
I do, but
so yeah, I feel like respect goes for whatever is out there that we can't see too.
Interesting. Yeah. Me personally, and Irene might agree with me on this, but if I was to ever take on a little mini me or a little mini person that wants to do what I do, the first thing I would tell them is get to know your body.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Because it's going to be a situation where I'm going to send you into a location with no devices, no nothing. Mm-hmm. I want you to be able to feel what your body is telling you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, your body would tell you more about what's going on than those devices we pay $800-900 for.
That was actually one of the things that I thought of first too when you said that, and she thought respect, and I was also thinking to be present in your body, because you need to use your senses. You need to trust your senses, and again, you need to discern, like, do I really feel that? Do I really hear that? Am I imagining this? Am I just scaring myself? So yeah, I think you're 100% right. Being in your body, being present.
Yeah.
I go one step further than that. I would say empty your mind. If you have a lot of garbage baggage, empty that out. Leave that at the door, because you can't bring that with you, because they're gonna feed off of that right away, and they already know that you're coming through the door. They already know who you are, what you have in your head, where you ache on your body. They already know what's going on with you before you even walk in that place. So they already read you really clearly. So you have to empty up your mind. Take pain medication you need to before you go in there, and you have to really realize that they know you before you know them. So they
Oh
are
my God.
your body and mind. So they aha, this person's got ha 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 ha.
All of a sudden, my brain went to the 1990s, and I could hear that song.
Yeah.
Why?
So
Hey, why are they quoting R. Kelly? They're killing me with that.
you see,
Because those are our friends, and they
you see,
Oh
so
my God, I'm rolling.
and you see, and so that's what
I love my friends. I really do.
and another one. What I would say is that don't ask them who you are, how old are you, because they'll say, oh yeah, like I'm not gonna tell you anything, like you gotta guess how old I am, because I ain't telling you shit. So that's another thing
We
that
always ask some of the most random questions, like, what was your favorite color? What was your favorite food?
they don't want, they don't care
we
about.
like asking the questions that are not asked by most investigators.
You see, they don't care about that either, because they don't care about that either. They really don't care about that either. They'll say, "Oh yeah, you want to know what my favorite color is? Well, stick it up your ass." That's what they'll say. So that's not the question you ask. That's
We've
not
kind of experienced that a
that's
couple
not
times.
ask. Um, how's your life? What did you do? What was your job? Um, and they'll start talking to you about different things. They you want them to know, if you were talking to me as a person, right? What would your first question to be as me as a person? They want to have the same respect as that. How they lived
Yeah,
their life, what they did, what kind of job they did,
because
what kind of
you're
work
right.
they did.
Because
Yeah,
she's right. Because some teams out there, they talk to these guys like second class citizens.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
And I'm
yeah.
And
like, dude, what the hell are y'all doing?
yeah, like who gives a shit, right? Because they don't care. They
You
don't.
cannot talk to these guys like second class citizens because that's not what they are.
No.
You know, okay, so you have the if you come in respect, I get it. But you have to there's there's levels to the game. And I
Yeah,
always tell people that there are levels to this.
yeah,
Okay, you come in and you be respectful. Okay. But if you're gonna be respectful, damn it, you better have a conversation backing that up. You gotta have a conversation. Don't come with no conversation that I've heard last week.
yeah.
Because
Because they don't
me,
care.
no, that irritate the hell out of me.
Yeah,
Would
because
it
they don't
irritate you?
care what you think. They're there because they live their lives. That's where they live. This is what they did. They want you to ask different questions. Then the next Joe
Mhm.
Blow goes in and investigates the same dumb stupid thing and asks the same dumb stupid question. How old are you when you died? What did you like? What was your name? Like, do you really want
Hey,
to tell? Like,
that's
you figure it out
I
for
don't
me. You
care.
figure it out.
You know what? It's here's the thing, guys. It's not any of our business
Yeah,
to ask anyone like that.
yeah,
When did you die? How'd you die? That's none of our business. If you we kind of have an idea, but
Mhm.
you think it's respectful if we ask them that?
Yeah. They'll tell you in their own way how they died, because they'll show you. It depends on how sensitive you are, but yeah, sometimes they'll show you how they died or what happened to them. If you get a sore neck, that means that they could have been strangled or they could have been hung. If
Yeah.
you get a sore chest, that means that they had a heart attack. Um, if you feel that your leg hurts, that means that they must have fallen someplace, and that's how they passed away. So certain areas of pain receptors that you have in your body, they will show you that by if you have pain in your head, they'll show you that too. They'll show you that too. They'll say, I got hit on the head, right? Or something happened to my head, right? And if you feel stabbing pain, that means that they got stabbed with a knife or something, with an object that made them die. So those receptors are really important when you go in there, because they'll show you how they died if you feel pain in certain areas. And then
Yeah.
Terry, sometimes he said, "Oh, my head hurts." I said, then they must have had a head injury and they died, or they bled out a certain way. That's how they
You
show you
know,
how.
guys, it's really, you know what? People think it's hard being paranormal investigators. It's not really. It's hard. It can be easy, but it's what you bring to the table.
Yeah,
I
very
mean,
much so.
it's how you present yourselves.
Mm,
You know, it's it can be hard if you wanted to. It can be
yeah,
easy,
yeah. And sometimes,
but
like when Terry said, "I'll bring you a blueberry muffin," like, and they talked up a load, right, Terry? When you said
yeah.
that,
And
right?
you know what? I kept my word. I
And
took
she
them
left a
a
blueberry
blueberry
muffin.
muffin.
But yep, you see,
No,
certain
no Snickers.
if you, it's a give and take situation, right? I have something to give to you. Will you take it if I give to you?
Now I'm
Will you,
thinking about going back and eating that blueberry muffin.
Terry? Don't you dare!
If it
Yeah, so it's
wasn't
like
two
one of
hours
the
away,
locations that our team goes to pretty frequently. Ash, every time we're there, Ash brings a Snickers, and it's it's something that, it started off as kind of an inside joke between the two of us, before she went her first time to this location, and now it's something that we do every time. And we found out that the spirits there don't like it when she doesn't bring the Snickers. They
Yeah,
get very sassy. Like, they're like, hey, I know you. You're here all the time. You're the Snickers person.
yeah.
Where's my candy bar?
bring me the sneakers. Yeah. So I mean, guys, once you start, you can't stop.
Mm-mm.
Nope, I messed up one time.
Yeah. Yep.
You cannot stop.
Yep. And as soon as I pointed it out, I was like, babe, you forgot to bring the Snickers. She's like, she left and went to the gas station and went and got one. Because she's like, She's like, I'm not doing this without that Snickers. Those spirits will get mad.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's that puppy name? You have a puppy. What's the dog name?
Oh, this is Jack.
Okay. Do you take Jack with you on investigations?
So, Jack, he does not like the Garnett house. He doesn't like it when we are getting ready to go. He doesn't like it when we talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
He starts, he gets very panicky, very needy. I know, I'm sorry. A couple weeks ago,
Agitated.
there was a fundraiser at the Garnett house, and my wife was here, and she was at home. Obviously, she doesn't do investigating. She's like, you go have fun. I'm going to stay home. But so she she pulled out her phone. She was watching the live because it was all live streamed, and she
Right.
showed Jack, me and Ash, and then she said something about
The grinner.
yeah, the grinner. And for the first time, he growled at Anita. Like, he growled at her. He does
Oh,
not.
wow.
It's the only location he'll do it.
Yeah, it's the only location that he's like that with.
If we watch videos of any other location or talk about it or get ready to leave, he's happy. He'll, say goodbye. The Garnett house, absolutely not. He freaks out.
Yep.
There's a dark spirit there. That's why. He acts like a gatekeeper, so he controls the spirits in their house. He knows what he's doing. That's what the dog is sensing, and he doesn't like people very much. He can be very angry. He can be a nefarious spirit if he wants to be. He can be really controlling. He can be actually, he's a jerk, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I see him right there. I know where he is, and I know what room he's in too. And he likes to float around. He likes to taunt the people. He likes to taunt the spirits in that place, and that's why the dog doesn't like him. The dog only sees The dog sees negative energy and positive energy, but that's one negative energy he doesn't like. That's why he doesn't like that place.
Yep. And you nailed it right there. So we've done a lot of research, a lot of historical research on the Garnett house. And so we know the history of it, and we've been there often enough to where we know, we're very familiar with the spirits that are there. They're very familiar with us, Generally, when I get there, I'm like, honey, I'm home. And the dog will immediately go falling. They're like, oh, yay, you're back. Flunk. It's like, yay. And so
Oh, wow.
I wonder, that person, something tells me he used to work there long time ago. That house is history of 1800s, isn't it?
huh?
That house is back in the 1800s, wasn't it?
Yes.
It was way back when, in the Victorian era, right?
1858.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. He used to work on the property. He was a handyman. But he really didn't like people, and people really didn't like him. So they're really very wary about him. And he passed on the property, but he was real jerk. So he came back as a dark energy. And he likes to taunt the living and the dead. So the only way you can find peace is either kick him out or let him stay, but with rules. Boundaries and rules. That's the only way.
We just, it's not our, I don't believe in, cleansing locations or making spirits leave or asking them to leave. This is theirs,
Everybody
I'm just a guest in their, in their zone. And so it
depends.
Hello.
Not cleansing. It's not cleansing. It's making the place.
Everybody froze up except for me.
Making the place less dangerous. That's all. Because he can be dangerous if he wants to be, and he can turn around people if he wants to be. So it'll be better if you made boundaries with him and said, okay, we're gonna come in here. This house belongs to whomever, whatever, and you gotta respect the people who come in here. And if you don't, he could always say goodbye to you. And if you warn him that way, he'll turn around and behave himself. It's making rules and boundaries with him. That's all. And you can't be a jackass in this house. That's all I'm saying to that one.
Yeah. So I know that our team personally, we've never had any issues with that dark entity. We know for a fact he's there. We've definitely implemented those boundaries with him, And so he doesn't bother us. We don't bother him. He stays and does his thing and doesn't bother. You know what? I'm good with that.
But see, others that
Oh.
needs to be. It's not just you going in there; it's everyone else going in there too, right? So he can be a jackass with everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
He can't do it with you, but he has to learn he can't do it with everybody else too. That goes in there also. So it's just making this place safer because all it takes is one accident and it's done. And that
Yeah.
place would
I also
go-
think it has to do with like the energy that you're bringing, you know, and this is with any location. You know, if you're walking in there
True.
with negative energy, you're going to
but
get negative feedback.
True, but he's really nasty, right? And I already know who he is, and I know where he is, and I know what he stands for, and he controls the other spirits, which is a total no-no. Because you're there, because that place is history, and it's a good paranormal place for other paranormal investigators to visit and to see what's going on there. But he has to know that he cannot do this, not just you, with everybody. And
Yeah.
that's the problem with him. That's the problem with him. He thinks, ha 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 ha, I can do whatever I want. You can go stick it up your ass. No, no. He likes to create problems. And he said, you know what? If I had a choice, I'd allow somebody to get hurt. That's his problem.
So
That's
the thing about him is that he is a big part of the reason why a lot of people go investigate there, and they will antagonize and provoke because they want him. So, and I know people may not agree with me, but you know what? That's on you. That is your problem to deal with, not mine.
but
And so if you want to go in there and do that, that's on you. But I don't have to worry about me and my team, you know.
But it becomes everybody's problem in the long run. And
I
that
can't
place,
control the way other investigators do their things.
but
And
it
so, I mean,
but
if
goes
if somebody gets hurt because they did something dumb, then they get hurt because they did something dumb.
true.
So,
But you know, but
it's
we're all
so for me, it's not my
it's-
responsibility to be everyby's babysitter and, you know, ask,
we're all paranormal.
you know, ask a spirit to have boundaries for everybody.
But we're all
Nope.
paranormal.
Mhm.
investigators. We all have to work together. We all have to be together as one. And
We do, but at the same time, if you want to go in there and take, you know, the opposite advice of what I give, then
well, then I kick him out. I kick out that
Why do you want to
paranormal.
take people out? You know, you
They're
see,
banned.
no. Hey, we don't take people out. We don't do that. Only if
But
necessary.
yeah, but there's
Only
a
if
limit
necessary.
what people can do because sooner or later it will be everyone else's problem when they do something bad in somebody's house, in somebody's place, right?
Well,
Yeah.
you know, I feel you. What's up, Ash? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
You doing good? I'm gonna pick on you for a minute. You don't mind that, do you?
Uh-oh. Watch out.
Ash,
Yes.
you know, sometimes, you know, I don't know if you guys do residential cases? Have you guys evolved to that stage yet?
so we haven't, but I mean, we're open to it. You know, if somebody reaches out to us, we'll definitely go there.
I was gonna say I just had.
Yeah.
So I
forgot about that.
I work 2 jobs. My first job is more blue collar warehouse. My second job, I kind of deal more with the public in like a customer service way.
Mhm.
And I actually had somebody recognize me, and they kind of set me aside, and they wanted to talk about a particular house out here in Topeka. And I was like, well, we can look into it. Here, this is our information. And, that person left their information. And so I think that's the first kind of deal. But I mean, we wouldn't, we're not, what did you say? We're not opposed to the idea of doing something residential.
How would you how would you, if somebody was to come to you, for an example, what would be your first steps? When you go into this, what would be the first things you would do on a residential case?
Um,
Do you want me to help you?
I mean, I would say, what?
The walkthrough.
Yeah, I mean, meeting with the potential owners or, whomever is in charge of the house at the time, doing a walkthrough, gathering, history, information, like what's been going on with the house, just from the owner's perspective. And then I would say outside of that, doing our own research, anything about the land, deeds, previous owners, anything that could kind of tie into potentially as to why the activity happening, maybe kind of make a connection from there. And that would be to start with
Right.
before even doing anything.
Mental
Okay.
health.
When you do a residential case, and a lot of people are different, but when I go into one, I gotta, I have to multitask. I have to ask very specific questions. In the meantime, these here are looking around. Because one thing that I noticed is residential individuals are not going to tell you everything about them. So you got to try to figure things out on your own. Like,
Yeah.
for an example, you're walking into a location, Ash, and you're writing down things, but are you writing down things that you're seeing? You're writing down things that they're telling you, but are
Hmm.
you writing down things that you're seeing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
for an
believe you
example,
would.
I mean, like,
Yeah,
like
no, I
for
think you would.
example,
It's just,
you
I can't hear.
go ahead.
Oh, there we go. So sorry, I couldn't hear you very well. I wasn't trying to cut you off.
Like for an example, I mean, you're writing things down, what they're telling you, but are
Hmm.
you writing down things what you're seeing? Like for an example, you look to the left on the cabinet, you see 5 medicine bottles.
Hmm.
So you want to write that down, 5 medicine bottles.
Yeah.
So when there become specific questions that you want to ask them, uh,
Hmm.
you you want to make sure that that is included in the questions. Like, hey,
Hmm.
I see medicine bottles over here. Uh, you know, what are they? Then when you go through your findings, you make sure that any of those bottles don't have anything that is, that can make them see things. That
Yeah.
have some kind of medical, hallucinations, that can make them see things or make them impair, whatever the case may be. You want to make sure that these, are good to go.
Yeah.
You
If
want to
there's
make sure
anything
that,
weird going on, you have to
yeah,
make sure they found mine. And another thing, make sure they don't have a Ouija board on them when you're going through the house,
yeah,
because you don't
you
want.
know, uh, yeah, you definitely don't want that,
No.
and just look, and the crosses. How many crosses people have in their house?
Yeah.
Dude, if you got 50,000 crosses in the house, something is definitely off there. I understand, if
And
you're a religious person, if you got two, maybe three, I dig it.
hmm
But if you got crosses in the hallway, in the bathroom, you got crosses in the living room, in the dining room, in the basement, come on, dude.
and they're throwing holy
That's
water all
just,
over the place. That's another one. If they're
yeah,
throwing holy water
that's
all over
too
the place,
much.
yeah, that's just a
Yeah,
little bit going.
yeah, that's too much. That's too much going on there.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta be able to try to be able to read people. You're reading them, how they move, how they walk, how they act. sometimes even have they smell. If a person ain't took a bath in a couple of days, that's a red flag.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? If you see an enormous amount of bugs, red flag. I mean,
mhm.
there's a lot of things that people don't really go when people go into a case or religious case, they really don't pay attention to a lot of those things. But if you really want to be able to do a real residential case and you really want to be able to help these people out, you got to look at many different situations that just compare to what they're telling you. That's where that whole multitasking thing come in at.
Yeah.
Uh, you know,
Limestone, right? Limestone, the river behind the house. Um, the foundation of the house. What kind of product they use to build the house with? Where is the house located on? How far it is from the train station? How far it is from power lines and stuff like that is really important. Um, where's the foundation? Was it once a cemetery? Was it once something that was really nasty? Those are all the questions that you have to find out. Sometimes the homeowner doesn't know, so you have to really figure it out for yourself by
yeah,
just going on the land, right, Terry? Because
yeah.
sometimes you just don't know because they're not going to tell you what the land was built on.
Most
And
people don't know.
yeah, all the history in the world, you can look it up. They have a habit of not really revealing the truth about it. So you're gonna have to do really some different kind of investigating on it on the land to find out what it is and why it's being like this and what was so nasty and what happened. Was there hanging? Was there cemetery? Was there murder on the land? All those stuff goes on, which you really have to find out before even approaching the homeowner or even going in the house, because
Yeah,
that could change everything, right, Terry? Of
yeah.
of the whole investigation.
Before you become a PI, a paranormal investigator, you
Hmm.
got to become a PI, and that's a
Yeah,
private investigator.
yeah.
You got to be able to, go into location and see things,
Mhm.
and then you got to come back and you got to sit down with your team, and you got to like, well, this, that, this. You got to put your pieces together, and then you have to make that judgment call. Once the investigation is done, is it paranormal or is it, the medication?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I can honestly say, guys, that some of the investigations that I heard that I've seen, and I can almost say 85% of the investigation is medical.
yeah,
15% is probably paranormal. Uh, you know, Different cases, different situations. But if you guys ever decide that you guys want to go that route and be, and do some residentials, yeah, just start off being a private investigator before you become a paranormal investigator.
Yeah.
Because you got to figure things out before you come back. You got to answer specific questions because you can't go in there just thinking, I am a paranormal investigator.
nope,
You got to be a private investigator first.
yeah,
But I hope you guys, man. I mean, I hope you guys get that first, that first gig where you guys go in there and you guys, boop, you knock it out the park.
yeah,
I want to see that.
Oh, yeah.
I really do. I mean, the one thing that people hate about me, and because I truly believe in para unity,
yeah,
I truly do.
yeah,
I believe in it. Irene she might not to a certain point, But me myself, I believe in it. You
Yeah.
know, I believe that everybody has a chance. You know, and I believe that everybody deserves a chance. And I believe in some people deserve a second chance, but third chance, no.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I give one or two, and I'm done. I'm done. I walk away.
You know, but I mean, is that something you guys might want to consider doing?
The private investigations?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the like I think that as a team we're open to it. If the opportunity arises and somebody reaches out needing that done, then absolutely, absolutely, that's not something that we would never deny a person our services. For it just no. I would hate to be on the receiving end of that. If I was in a position where I had a lot of activity happening in my home and I reached out to a paranormal team and was like, hey, I need you, and I was told no, that would make me look at the paranormal community in a different light.
I was told
And
no.
so,
I lived in a haunted place
if
for 20
somebody
years.
reaches out and requests our services, we'll absolutely go in, do the initial walk through, the initial sit down and talk. We don't ever want to give anybody, whether it be a homeowner, a haunted location owner, anybody, a bad idea or bad representation of the paranormal community.
I was on
Right.
receiving end for 20 years. Nobody, and I reached out. Nobody wanted to help me, so I just dropped it. I just sold it, and I said, "Okay, we're done." We moved, but 20 years of living in fear and pain and not knowing was it really broke our family up. But we just had to sell and leave, and it was bad. It Two of our children wound up in the hospital. One had to be operated on, and the doctor couldn't figure out why. But it was hell on earth. And I reached out so many times and nobody wanted to help me. That's why I'm on the helping end. That's why I'm on the helping end with all residentials that I have. And I hate to see a person suffer because of that. My friend suffered too. His wife got really sick too, and finally she got better since I helped them win their house. It's not only helping, it's removing out of a residential because they're no longer there anymore. You have to they have to leave if it's somebody else's house because it's no longer their house anymore, and they no longer know that they're alive or dead. So you have to create where that new person who lives there can live there without having them not knowing that they're hurting another person or they're making another person sick in that home. So I think my head's in a different area in that case because residentials are really hard. Sometimes you have to tell the person, I'm sorry, but you might have to leave. You can't live there anymore because of that problem. And that does
Right.
happen. Right, Terry? We had that problem twice, remember?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hey Ash,
Yes.
how do you feel about politics?
Um, so I am a very political person. I love engaging in politics. I am more of a person though that I do more one-on-one with people or just engage, either at work or with friends or something. It's not a typical thing I usually get online or deal with social media or, blasting.
Okay, because the reason I'm asking, and me and Irene we've debated over this a 1,000 times. And to me, I can't help but think in offbeat paranormal, you're like, what the hell? Why is he asking me asking this question? So I can't help but think have you guys ever asked a specific question, to someone, and sometimes you don't get an answer, and I can't, and I've argued with Irene about this a million times.
What?
I can't help but think that there's politics in heaven.
There is. There is.
I can't help
I
but
mean,
think because they're only allowed to ask certain specific questions,
I can't tell you everything. You know that.
and they're only allowed to tell you certain things. So the thing is, who or what is telling these people to do this? What it's got to be. There's politics in heaven.
They have rules and
You know what I'm saying?
regulations.
Because there's a people there. I think there are people up there that object to it, and I think there are people that want to tell us more. But they're bounded by rules and regulations.
Mhm. And there are certain people that don't cross over, and there are certain people that will never cross over.
So, what do you think, Ash? Do you think there's rules and politics in heaven?
I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily consider it politics per se. I mean, I think I mean, if it's close enough to politics, maybe some red tape, but I think no matter the realm or where it is, there's always going to be boundaries and rules and regulations because I mean, at least in my opinion and how I believe, there are things that happen for a reason. There are things we're supposed to know and not supposed to know.
Mhm.
And, when you push those boundaries where you're not supposed to know, or, things can happen.
Yeah.
Maybe some good, maybe some bad. I don't necessarily know if I'd call it political in a sense. I mean, if you're talking like a biblical heaven and hell where there's
But
hierarchies,
here's the
levels,
thing. I mean,
maybe.
but in order for someone to enforce laws, I mean, I don't think these guys are. I mean, I don't think that it's being said. I think somebody's pushing the narrative because if not, these guys would say they will tell you everything that they wanted to tell you, but they cannot tell you what is across that veil. They cannot tell you, whatever major question that you want to ask them.
I
And
cannot
some
tell
of them
you
would say, "Hey, I can't tell you that." Some of them would
because
say, "Hey,
we're bound
they're
by
bounded
rules,
by laws. There's
and we're
laws.
bounded by rules. In
There are
time, you will
laws and
learn. In
rules."
time, when it's ready for you to know, but not for me to tell you what there is out there.
Right.
I
And I
can't
mean,
help.
I think the closest that could be is, I mean, if in a religious sense, in a biblical sense, where there is, a top and then there's different layers and different levels, then,
Right.
if you are into that religion, Christianity, Catholicism, Islam, whichever religion, there's always going to be a top person and then different levels of that. And so,
In time, you will
And,
know when it's your turn to go. You will know the rules.
but here's the thing. As humans, what is the one thing that you guys think is our downfall as humans?
can you repeat that?
What do you think our biggest downfall is as humans?
Selfishness.
Greed.
So
Yeah.
those are two good ones. Our curiosity. We are curious individuals. We're humans. We're naturally curious. We want to know. You know
You
what I'm
want to
saying?
know.
It's just the way that we are. I don't know any human on the planet that's not curious about something.
Me, I'm not.
Yeah, because you probably know everything. You know what I'm
True.
saying? So, I can't help but wonder when I'm on investigation and I want to ask a specific question, why come I can't get a specific answer? And I mean, offbeat, it's not just that, I mean, it, it's not nothing political. I just can't help but think there's politics that's going on. I politics, what's going on right now on this planet has nothing to do with what's going on in heaven. I don't care about what's going on this planet. It's what's across the veil that I want to know because I want to know the specific questions, and I want to know why come they can't ask those specific questions.
Because you're
You
not
know,
supposed to ask those questions, and you know that
yeah,
too.
right. So that's one thing. I mean, we're curious people. So what is the
You
one
are.
thing? So we have to ask those specific questions.
I mean, I don't
That could
think there's
get you in
anything
trouble.
wrong with curiosity. You're going to get a good or bad result regardless. It's always 50-50. But I mean, you're more than welcome to try to ask those questions. And I mean, realistically, you'll find out if it's something that they can answer or not.
He's asked questions too about that also, and then he gets a blank answer. And I said, "How come you asked that question?" Because I want to know. Well, too bad you ain't gonna get an answer for that one. I asked, and then you asked that several questions about several times, but you're not gonna get that answer, and you're not gonna get the answer like, do you remember? Because sometimes they won't remember, or sometimes it's no longer part of their realm, and it's not their responsibility to remember what you ask them to remember because they're not gonna give you that answer.
And you know what? March Cone Paranormal. I'm gonna put this up. You're right. Curiosity is a positive thing, but it also can be a downside to it.
Yeah.
That's just me. I can't help but wonder. And and the craziest thing is, as a paranormal investigator, have you guys sometimes sit in your beds at night and you put on your paranormal thinking hat and you just constantly think about the paranormal while you laying down in bed? I mean,
Yes.
that is not a bad thing. I mean, it can be both ways because you need to get some sleep. But then you're thinking, and I'm like, oh golly, I wonder this, I wonder that. I mean, could this be possible? How would you feel if I did this or that? I mean, it's like you say, Ash, it's a 50-50 thing, but sometimes that 50 on the negative side gets the best of us.
Mm. And
You know,
sometimes you'll never be able to sleep because you see that, and it's time for you to go to bed and not think about it.
and I'm just that guy. I wants to know everything.
But you're not gonna
Ash,
get all those questions
yeah,
out.
I
You
know,
know that.
Ash. Ash, let me ask you a question. If I was to go to Kansas right now and knock on your door, you're like, hey, what up, Big G? What you doing up here in Topeka? Hey, man, I'm just chilling. What's going on with you? Hey, can you step outside for me? So you step outside, we start talking. Hey, man, I got a bush beer in my hand. I give you a bush beer. I mean, we sipping, and I'd say, Ash, I know what you do. I know you work hard at what you do, but I'm going to make this a little easier for you. I'm going to give you all the knowledge you ever needed, you ever want about the paranormal community. Everything you ever thought about, at the snap of a finger, I'm going to give you all that knowledge. Ask, would you take it?
No,
Why?
me personally, um, because I want to earn that. I want to learn. I want to be able to engage and hone whatever skills I may have. I mean, don't get me wrong, having all that knowledge is great, but
it could be dangerous.
I don't
too,
know.
you know.
Too much
It
knowledge
could be
to me
dangerous.
leads
It
to
could be
corruption.
it
And
could be dangerous, and it could be volatile. And if you know too much, it could harm you mentally and physically in a way that sometimes you wish you never learned, or you wish you never knew that.
there's a lot of circumstances where people
Yeah.
wish
Yeah.
they did not have the knowledge that they do. And they're and the complete opposite. But no, as tempting as it would be, no.
Like, be
Is
careful what
anybody
you
on the
wish for.
Is there anybody on the panel that would do otherwise?
Mm-mm.
See,
No.
Terry, you're the only one in the single soul who would want that. Nobody else does.
Well, let me ask I think the dog might take it.
Well, the dog has boundaries too, you know.
I think the dog might take it. Well, you know what, man? That is a great answer, Ash, because a lot of people, as tempting as it sounds to take that knowledge, a lot of people would like to continue on their journey and earning every step of the way. I respect that because a lot of people would like to take the easy way out and would take that knowledge. So with you, hey, I I respect that. That you were able to say, nope, I ain't taking it as much as I would want to, but it ain't happening.
But some people would have that knowledge, but wouldn't, wouldn't uh, accept it because they're in denial about it too. So you have to see both sides of the coin, also, Terry.
Yeah, yeah. Ash, I'm gonna stay with you.
Oops.
Yeah, or once you figure, however long it takes, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, even. At that point, you would collected all the knowledge that you want. Will that be okay with you? Or would you come back and revisit my offer and think about
No, I think I would be okay with it because I know that I, did it either on my own or, as our team, and we earned that. We earned that knowledge.
it?
We learned it. We educated ourselves and we grew from it. And what I have is what I have, and no one can
Now,
take that from us.
are you willing to share that knowledge with the world?
I think I could be okay with maybe sharing some of it, as like a basics guideline, but to share all of it, like I
Mhm.
said, too much knowledge leads to, unfortunately, majority leads to corruption. People use
Mhm.
it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's not good to have that, because at some point it's going to end up in the wrong hands
It's
of
not
the
for
wrong person.
everybody, which I agree with you, because it's not for everybody. It's only, certain people would walk away and respect it, but a lot of people won't. They want more and more and more and more. The more you want, the more you're gonna have to deal with, right? And the more it's gonna be harder for you to swallow that pill. So I agree with you there. It's not for everybody, and and they might want to make a profit out of it, but you can't make money out of something like that. No.
Hmm, interesting. Guys, how does the church play into Topeka? How does the church play into Topeka? Is it heavily church? Because some places have churches on every corner. Uh, how does your community interact with you when they know what you guys do?
I mean, I know, at least for me and Ash, we don't we don't really participate in a whole lot of like religious activities. The most religious activities really that I participate in are with my grandson because he goes to private school.
Mhm.
And so, there's activities, school events, that I do with him through his school and through his church. But I know personally for me and Ash, otherwise, we don't. I know there's a lot of churches here.
There is.
There's a lot of churches here.
Wow.
But we're not involved.
What did they think
No,
of
if
you?
they-
What
if-
did they think
if
of you as
they-
a church?
Yeah.
What did they think of you?
What do the churches think of us?
What do the churches think of us?
I have no idea.
Mhm.
Honestly, yeah.
It's none of my business what they think.
Yep.
of me.
I have no clue, and I really have no cares.
If
Like me or don't, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
If they called you, would you accept?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we would have no problem.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what are they calling for? To investigate something?
Yes. If they called
Yeah.
you for a case, would you accept?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think as a team, we would ultimately, say, yeah, not a problem. We'll be there.
Not knowing that the fallout might not be good because sometimes sometimes the churches might not acknowledge certain things. They would deny certain.
Yeah. I mean, there's a location that we did when we were with our old team, and we we were asked not to post anything about it. We were asked not to, to do anything as far as like live streaming, any pictures, anything that would give away that location.
Right.
And we had no problem with that. If you as a church or you even as a homeowner don't want that information out there for the general public, let us know. We have no problem respecting your privacy and your boundaries.
Exactly. Okay. What are you guys going to do in the future for community awareness for you guys?
Well, that goes in line with what we're doing with the cemetery.
Yeah. So I volunteer at a cemetery. It's a local historic cemetery. So last year with our old group, we did kind of a public group where people could come out and kind of learn how to investigate, broke off into different groups. And we're going to do that again in October. The cemetery is very old. It's on the National Register of Historic Places. It has some mausoleums and it's just it's a really interesting, cool cemetery.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So we'll do that again. And this one will be just a little bit different than last year. It won't be quite as big. We had a huge turnout last year, way bigger than we expected. So this year we're going to limit it a little bit just so that people can have experiences, so that people can, have a little more hands-on with us, with the people who are investigators, with some equipment. So they have more opportunity to learn a little bit more.
Well, then with that, all of the funds raised from the tickets, that's a donation directly to the cemetery from our team or, whatever teams are involved with this.
Interesting. Okay. Is the Historical Society involved in this also?
The Historical Society isn't involved in this. Yeah, well, not exactly. I mean, there is a member of who is on this, but it's not like the Historical Society is in it. The cemetery that I work with, I mean, we do a lot of things to promote the cemetery, to let people know about the history. We have quote unquote ghost tours in the fall, but they're really more of kind of dark history, dark stories of murder, and we called it murder and mayhem type things, or just mysteries, people who have gone missing. There's always something about spiritualism because of the time period of the cemetery, right around the Civil War. up to the mid or early 1900s. That was kind of there's a lot of people in the cemetery that were buried during that time, and so that was kind of a thing. So we always touch on spiritualism, and so we do get into the history that way.
Interesting. Hey, how many of you guys were born in Kansas? All y'all are Jayhawks, huh?
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
What?
He said Jayhawks. No.
Yes, I'm not a cat.
I am a wildcat. I am not a Jayhawk.
You know the Jayhawk? Okay.
Even though my son went to K-State, I am a Jayhawk.
Wait, your son went where?
He went to K-State, where
Kansas State University.
Man?
but I am a Jayhawk. Yeah.
Dude, you look like you're damn near 20. You look like you're 25. How in the hell you got a kid that go to KU?
Thank you.
It's got to be in the water, man. It's got to be. You guys are killing me with that.
My kids are 32 and 20.
I think y'all pulling my leg with this. You guys can't be no more than under 30.
See,
I
look, I think Terry's just wanting us to send him some of our amazing new stickers. I think that's why he's buttering us up.
Stickers? What do you mean stick? What you got?
You tell
Yeah,
him that
we just got our stickers.
Well, hey, you can send me a shirt.
Give us a shirt.
Hey, you know what? I don't mind supporting other organizations, man. Sometimes I wear other organization shirts on my podcast, and that's what it is. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up.
What?
Nope. Wait. Offbeat. You saying nope? Why are you saying no?
They're the ones that made our shirts, our hats, our stickers, everything.
Wait a minute. Offbeat. Hold up. Offbeat. I remember having you on the show a couple years ago, and you still owe me a t-shirt. You thought I forgot about that. I ain't forgot.
Yeah.
I ain't forgot. I want my t-shirt off you. You can get my t-shirt. I think I'm a 2X. It depends if I'm drinking beer, man. I might go up to a 3. I'm not sure. Now all of a sudden I forgot. Yeah, I bet you did forget. I bet you did forget. Hey, a couple more questions, guys, and I'm going to get you guys out of here. Let's see here. What? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Ash, I'm going to stay with you.
Yikes.
Yeah, I like Ash. Me and Ash, we're going to become drinking partners. We're going to drink.
You're going to be drinking buddies.
Oh.
I drink Bush beer. I mean, I keep it cheap. I ain't gonna kid you. Ash, are you guys willing to? Because you said you want to share your knowledge, but you're not willing to share your knowledge to everybody. Are you willing to share your knowledge to a young group under your care, like Baby Twisted Memories Paranormal? I mean, are you guys willing to take a couple of kids that are willing to train them, educate them, motivate them to be future paranormal investigators?
I mean, I don't see a problem with that. I think as long as the interest is there. And
what we teach them is age appropriate.
Yeah, age appropriate content, obviously age appropriate locations. And I mean, yeah, we could have youngish kids there, but I mean, obviously based on the age, it's going to depend on how we teach them. But I can't see us having a problem with that. I mean, if there was a young group that wanted to.
Yeah, because like my grandson, he's really interested, and he's definitely starting to show an interest. And my daughter's like, "That's your grandson." I'm like, I know.
You know,
Well, last year in the cemetery, we had
he was there.
we had some kids, and we had some other kids
Yeah.
too. And some of them you could tell have been on investigations with their dad, and some of them are just really curious. So, we were trying to be careful not to scare them, but to let them have some experiences, let them try some things out. So yeah.
Kids are good. Kids are open. Kids will tell you the truth. They're not afraid. They're not afraid like adults are. Once they get that in their head that they're afraid, then that's a different area that you're stepping into. But kids really know, and they see things that we can't because they're more open. They don't have this corrupt part that we do when we become an adults, because we tend to forget everything that's there and ignore it. But kids don't. They're raw. They're honest, and they're less corrupt. So kids do feel it. These do see things. They say, "Oh, did you see that old man there?" And go, "Oh, okay, where?" Like, like show me and tell me what he's saying, because you have to listen to kids because they know a lot more than what we do, and they could teach us a hell lot more than adults can. So I encourage kids to go in there and to find something. And you could also protect them. Said, okay, you can't come after him. He's mine. He's not yours. You cannot touch him. You can only talk to him. But yeah, that's great when you have kids go in there and and they could teach you a lot too. Kids can also teach you a lot too. Why he's so scary, or why he's bad, or if he's a good person. Kids know a lot, and it it's I think it's it's not very good for a mother, for a parent to say, "Oh no, you're just imagining things." But we have to listen to our kids more. If they see something, where did you see it? What does he look like? Um, is it a man or a woman? And I think we have to be more open to that, because a long time ago we would tell our parents something that we saw, and they said, "Oh, you're just imagining things. Oh, yeah, you must be silly or something." Because they're not silly. They're not silly. They're honest, and they see it, and they want you to listen to them. But parents sometimes don't, and that's how these kids sometimes went into mental institutions when they were young, because because they didn't fit in that square peg that you wanted to fit in, and they were a round hole. Right? Yeah, I agree. Like, having kids experience it and knowing that it's not scary and they're not going to hurt you, just as long as you're there with them to protect them. That's
Yeah.
great.
Are you guys wanting to expand? Are you
No.
guys stuck on? No, you just three is good.
Yep. So here's our reasoning. One, we've been friends for a year. We've worked side by side with each other, but we know what to expect from each other. On an investigation, we mesh very well. Our energies are very well aligned. And not only that, but for at least my initial thoughts when I created the team, 2 to 3 is kind of where I want to keep it at, because it allows more opportunities for collaborating with other teams. And so, which, we have a lot of friends that are in the paranormal community, and, we like to collab. Those for me, at least, are a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
If we were bigger than what we are, it would be very difficult, because some of these locations have a cap at, 6 people. And so, if we had a bigger team, we wouldn't be able to do a collab without, causing some issues. So,
Right. Okay.
and not only that, but it's, the smaller we are, I think for us, it's a safety thing. We don't have to worry about somebody coming in and stealing our equipment or bringing that negative energy, or,
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay. Who's the one with the twinkle twitch? Did anyone of you guys got a twinkle twitch?
Oh, what?
Twinkle twitch. Who's gifted? Who's the twinkle twitch?
Probably
Nobody?
me and both me and Angela.
What you got? Talk to me, eh?
Angie and Angela. I am super sensitive. I am an empath. Been working on the auto writing. So
Okay.
That's an easy part. That's an easy part.
not when you got ADHD.
Oh, you have to let that go.
I'm trying,
work
and that's
for
why I'm
you.
working with it.
It can work for you. You know, it can work for you because if you're in the need that you want to know now, it can work for you too. You can't deny it. You let it rip.
Interesting.
That's what you do. You don't cover it. You just let it go.
Yeah.
And if you think it bothers you, meditate a little bit more. It'll help you with the ADHD.
Yeah, and then I am an empath. I sometimes can hear things. I smell things.
Yeah, I've got that one as well.
Yeah, just kind of that knowing without knowing why. I've been trying to do some more meditating. Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like I'm
If you
really
meditate
good
with the
in my
TV,
body.
you
I'm
can
a yoga
meditate with the
teacher
TV
also,
on.
so.
You know that it'll help you learn how to tone out noise. If you meditate with the TV on, it'll start going rambling on TV, and you'll say, "Okay, now I have to do this, and I have to do that in my head, not to worry about whatever's around me." It works too.
You know, I mean, we talked about so much, guys. But the one main important thing that we didn't talk about is what do your parents think about what you guys do?
I'm gonna let these two answer that question. I'm not comfortable with my answer, so I'm not comfortable having that discussion. But I'll let the other two A's answer that.
I mean,
Mom's supportive.
both my parents are kind of supportive. I guess I don't really discuss a whole lot. Like they want to know what's going on to an extent. But I just kind of am like, yes, I went on an investigation, you know, X, Y, and Z happened, or this and this, and that's kind of about the extent of it. My mom, I can't talk to her about anything violent or scary at all. I'm not sure how I'm her child. So, and then my dad is very religious. I have a very religious family on both sides, actually. And so there's certain things that I will talk about and won't talk about in regards to respect.
Okay. Let's get one thing clear. Okay. Because I'm going to put this up and I'm going to make this clear right now. If you guys think these questions are very prying personally, just let me know.
Well, yeah, that's why I backed out of answering that question because it's just.
I don't think it's personal.
No.
I just think it's questions that I think that everybody wants to know because I can't help but people ask me all the time, what did your parents think about what you do? And I don't think that's prime. I don't think that's personal. So offbeat, I think that is kind of I'm trying to say it and not be mean, but I just think that is not right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not prying into these guys' personal lives. I'm just curious to know on what their parents would think. I just think you're taking this a little personal, and whether we agree or disagree, that's just my opinion. Now, if these guys here are saying, "Hey, Terry, I think that's kind of personal," which I don't think it is. It's just it's a podcast. It's a give
Yeah,
and take. Ask questions, and like she said, then hey, it is what it is. I
then
can't
that's
help but
fine.
ask.
Yeah, but
You
the
know,
religious community
guys,
really
if you
is
guys think
doesn't like
I'm
this.
prying
Yeah,
into your personal lives, which
no,
that's what a podcast do. I got to ask these questions. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? I mean, you can tell me, Terry, shut the hell up. I'm not telling you. you know, but I don't think that is prying. Would you guys
no,
agree at this degree?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, like we kind of know what we're getting into with doing podcasts now, and
yeah,
if there's something that one of us isn't comfortable answering, or as a team we're not comfortable answering, I'm the big mouth of the team, and I'll tell you we're not comfortable answering that,
yeah,
and we'll move
which is
along.
fine,
So
which is fine, because not all there are some things out there where you cannot speak up or you cannot tell for certain reasons. Me, it's about safety, so I don't want that thing coming in and trying to hurt you or anybody else on the team on your team. So that's why I keep it to myself. But there are things out there that can be dangerous to others. There are things out there that can be that not everybody will understand, right? How you feel. And so we have to have that respectful boundaries, and we're not here to pry into your lives. We're here to let the audience know about you and how you feeling and what you think and what your ideas are, so so everyone else can say, I had that problem, I understand how they feel. That's like me, I get that. So it's more like finding a place where everyone else can understand, see, and maybe have that same experience. Maybe they can listen. They go, I want to know more. So they can turn around and ask you more questions about how you feel and what you think, and maybe what your answers could be. So it's more like finding a common ground with everybody else and not really
All
prying.
right. All you guys on Instagram, appreciate you guys joining the show. Appreciate. I wish my guests can see the comments, but
Yeah.
uh, fortunately, they're not allowing me to do that at the moment. So
Oh
appreciate all you
well.
guys over there that are watching the show.
yes,
Yeah,
definitely, we appreciate like all of our friends and our followers that saw my posts on TikTok and on Facebook and were able to hop in and join tonight. And I think Jack appreciated being on the show too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, man, Jack is cool, man. I ain't got no problem with him. I mean, he's cool. I mean, hey, what's up, Jack?
He's a
How you
sweet
doing,
boy
buddy?
when he wants to be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give him some Skittles after the show. So
What?
Jack likes Skittles and Swedish fish. Those are his two favorite snacks.
He has his own Ziploc bag of them.
I've never heard a dog liking Skittles.
Oh yeah, that's Jack's favorite treat right there. If I'm eating Skittles, he's got to eat Skittles, and even when I'm not eating Skittles, he, like Ash said, he's got his own Ziploc bag of Skittles.
That is wild. Now I heard of a cow eating Little Debbie snack cakes, but I've never heard of a dog eating Skittles. That is so funny. That is that's
He's a
another.
special boy.
All right, guys. One more question, and I'm going to get you guys out of here. I know you got better things to do than hang out with me all night. Where would you guys like to go on your paranormal bucket list? Anywhere in the world or outside of the world, that would take. Where would you guys like to
Anywhere in the world?
or outside?
So if we're thinking stateside, for me it would be the Winchester House, or probably Waverly.
Waverly,
Outside
and
of America. I
Trans-Allegheny.
mean,
Yeah.
outside of America. Outside of America, not in
Outside.
America. Yeah.
So there's a location in, is it in Australia or is it in New Zealand? Okay.
I thought it was in England.
Oh, maybe it's in England. There's a location called The Cage. They're not quite done doing the repairs and restorations on it, but that's where I would love to go.
Okay.
I would
What's
like
up,
to go
David?
to
How you doing,
Pennsylvania.
Hey, David.
Oh, yeah.
Transylvania. Just whether it's Dracula's castle or just the landscape in and of itself, just to explore.
Did you say
And
Pennsylvania or Transylvania?
Transylvania.
I said, shoot, nobody wants to go to Pennsylvania. Stay away from
Nobody wants to go to Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to Pennsylvania. Oh, yeah. I'm going there in March or May.
Are you an Eagle fan too?
No.
What was that? Oh my God.
So I won an investigation at Penhurst.
Okay.
So I will be going to that in May.
And you gonna leave the team there? Are you taking the team with you?
I mean, I might drive.
Yeah, Ash will probably drive me. And yeah.
Oh man. Okay. All right. How far is that from you guys?
About 19 hours.
Yeah, it's about 19 hours.
That's like driving from Austin to El Paso.
Might as well fly there instead.
Yeah.
It's cheaper for us to drive.
Yeah.
Because we've already looked into the plane tickets. We've already looked at, because of where the airport is in conjunction to where Penhurst is, I'd have to run a car and then I'd have to deal with that traffic and
Interesting.
and traveling with all of our equipment. I am not comfortable putting my equipment on an airplane for somebody else to touch.
There you go. All right, Ash, where would you like to go? Paranormal bucket list.
Oh, the Transylvania or
Anywhere else?
Transylvania.
Pennsylvania? All right. Last but not least, my friend, where would you like to go?
If we're out of the country, I'd like to go to Ireland. There's so many places in Ireland. In the United States, Waverly, Trans-Allegheny. Yeah.
You know, can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
Are you guys a pay-to-play team?
What do you mean?
Okay, because a lot of teams pay to go to these big locations. Are you guys one of those?
We do.
Oh. So what's the most you guys have paid to go into a location?
Oh.
No. I think probably the most expensive has been like a total, not even individually, but like a total of, I think $450.
Oh, that's not
And
too bad. So,
you know, when you pay the deposit, which is usually $100 or $150, and then you split it, you know, between the three of us, or if we're doing a collab, you know, it gets split even more. So
do you get your deposit back?
So the deposit comes off of the total amount due.
Oh.
So like if a location is $450, then after you pay your deposit, you only owe $350. So.
Oh God. And so what do you get with the investigation? Do you get like
so a lot of these
dinner?
locations, you know, they make sure that we've got access to, you know, clean restroom, which for me, number one, refrigerator, microwave, usually Keurig. They sometimes will provide water for us. Yeah, sometimes they provide snacks and stuff for us.
You know, that helps go into the restoration of the property as well.
Yeah, and a lot of that money, you know, because these locations are so old, you know, the money that we're paying goes into the upkeep and the restoration of these locations. And, you know, for us, I think that's why we don't mind, is because we know, you know,
where the money's going to.
Yeah, we know that it's going towards the upkeep. And, especially considering we go back to a lot of these locations more than once. We're able to see, that there have been restorations, there have been repairs, there have been upgrades done to keep investigators comfortable and safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's play devil's advocate for a moment. Let's say you had paid to go into a specific location and you had not seen the upkeep on a certain location. How would you handle that situation then?
I mean, so for me, just because we don't see it doesn't mean it hasn't been done. It could be water lines getting fixed or electrical outlets or whatever getting fixed. It could be, any number of things that needs to be repaired that we may not be able to see,
Because I've ran across so many teens who are so disappointed at some of these historic locations, and they just not happy with. Because I think Trans-Allegheny, if I'm right, I had a team that, man, almost $1,700. I mean, it was a lot of money, and they did not get what they put in at all. And I'm saying, and the first thing I asked them, I say, well, was it for the paranormal aspect of it? Because we cannot expect these guys just to come out and just speak to us for the simple fact that we paid $1,700 just to visit them. It doesn't work like that. And and they were like, well, I just think it was just the way that the owner presented himself. It was so many factors that came into that. They were not happy campers. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, well, dude, that money could have been well spent. I mean, if I would have saw where the money was going, but Trans-Allegheny is so big, I think. And then, we really didn't see this, see that, and I don't think a lot of people have seen this or seen that. The place is falling apart. And, and I don't think that I would ever go back to that place again. And I'm like, dude, you're $1,700 in the negative. Hell, I wouldn't go back to it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just one of those things where you just gotta, how can I say it? You just gotta put it in and just hope for the best for that point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You win some, you lose some. Unfortunately, they lost a lot of money that night, and they were not.
But there's a lot of places out there that don't care. They just want to rake in the funds just so they can do the bare minimum to keep the place open, so everyone else can visit and they get more money in the bank. There's a lot of places. There's a lot of people that are like that.
Hey, you guys got new followers. Thank you, David.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Tell the world how to get a hold of you guys.
So to get a hold of us, probably the easiest way is through our Facebook page, which is just Twisted Memories Paranormal. But we are also on TikTok. It's twisted.memories1. Or you can email us at twistedmemoriesparanormal@gmail.com.
There you go, guys. If you guys are ever in Topeka, Kansas, hey, man, if you got looking for a place to investigate, look these guys up, man. See what they got going on. And
most definitely. We'll show you the places, and we'll even show you the good restaurants to go to.
Yeah, maybe Ash can show you a good cemetery you guys can hang out in.
Yeah.
But with that being said, guys, I thank you for joining me on the show. I hope that you guys really liked it, and I hope I didn't pry too much. I'm a guy that likes to ask a lot of questions, so I hope that didn't take you guys. I hope that you guys didn't take personally. And I hope to hear from you again. And I hope to get a t-shirt or a bumper sticker from you guys.
I'll shoot you an email and get your mailing address.
Even though Offbeat don't want to send me a shirt, now they owe me a shirt. It's okay. Give me a shirt. But guys, any last remarks before I get you guys out of here?
No, just we appreciate you having us, and this was a great opportunity, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm hoping that you guys.
Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, thank you, Zach. Even though I think you guys are pulling my leg with the whole age thing, that you guys are good on that. I mean, you guys had me going. You guys are only like 20. Then you pulled a good one with the grandkid. I mean, I know you're only 25, so I'm trying to figure that one out. And Ash, come on now, you can't be no more than 27.
I'm the youngest. I'm 41.
Don't tell me. Offbeat might get mad at me again. So don't tell me how old you are.
No, I just turned 41 this year.
No, you didn't.
Oh, Terry.
You're playing with. Hey, the guys, man, it's something in the water. I'm just saying. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to go. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna have to get me a bottle company going up there with some water. That'd be cool.
Terry sus, brother.
What you saying? But anyway, guys, thank you. I appreciate it. I will be getting some reels out here to you guys real soon. Please share them on all your platforms, and I hope to hear from you soon. And I hope that you guys really enjoyed the show. I hope to do it again next time. Hey, you know what? It might be 2 or 3 or 4 new members on the team. You never know. We don't predict the future. You might want to change your mind. Or put
they won't change your mind. They're pretty set in their ways, and I understand why. Because the more people you have in there, the less control situation you can have. So you won't have somebody jumping up and down or saying something that you don't want them to hear. You want to keep that place controlled, so you don't hear extra voices or something like that, because where everyone else is going to go in that room too. So I get that.
I clearly understand. All you guys that are on Kick, Rumble, hey man, appreciate you guys in the chat, Instagram, especially you guys on X. Hey man, we need to get these numbers up for these guys. And Twitch, hey, I know what you're doing. YouTube, appreciate it. Facebook, I really appreciate you guys. Hey, let's get these numbers up. Go over there, hit that like and follow button for these guys. Let's get these numbers up for them. But with that being said, guys, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm about to go eat me some meatloaf.
I'm gonna go back to bed.
I think I'm gonna go back to bed too.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning here, so I'm just.
Well, I had surgery yesterday, so.
Why are you up? You having surgery? We could have canceled the show till you got better.
No.
What is going on here?
I'm walking around. I'm functional. I'm good.
Yeah. Stand up. Are you in hey, what kind of surgery did you have? Are you able to walk?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can walk.
Okay. Don't let me. Hey, I'm known for taking road trips.
Don't worry. I've got Ash and Angela here to help keep me in line.
Well, hey guys, okay. Don't push her out of the wheelchair now. She might not be able to walk.
She'll run us over.
All right, guys. All right, guys. One more.
What?
Offbeat. After, hey, I want my T-shirt, guys. I'm gonna email you my address. I'm gonna email you. I'm gonna give you my address. Hopefully, I'll get that in the mail here shortly. But in the meantime, this is Terry and Irene with NSPS TV Paranormal Podcast. Guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow night. I'll be in Florida. And Sunday, I will be in the UK. So, hey, guys.
I don't remember that one.
Huh?
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it's something. It was supposed to be Monday, but it got pushed back until Sunday. I got to work Monday. So, in the meantime, guys, peace. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Ash, stay out of trouble.
Always.
Oh, she's never in trouble. Only you're in trouble, Terry.
Hey, what? Have a good one, guys.
in
Bye.
trouble.
Thank you.
Anubis.